Hey guys, what's up? Alex here. Today we are here with another episode of F1 Co-op Career Mode, and I'm sorry about my voice. I'm sort of ill once again, so I'm sorry about that. Not anything I can really do about it, but I hope my voice will get better before I start recording this new Career Mode series in a couple of days' time. But here we are, Hungary for the next round of the Co-op Career Mode, and look at that qualifying. Look how bad I did in qualifying, 20th place, and that was legitimate pace. I have no idea why, but I guess I was just slow, and that's just the annoying thing about Co-op Career Mode, because online the AI just seems to be really good some tracks and really bad other tracks. So yeah, unfortunately for me, I'm starting way near the back of the field in the mix with the Marussias and Caterhams, and the Williams should be in the top 10, even though this wasn't a track where Williams were good in real life really. I would have still expected them to be in the top 10, not this far down the grid. So yeah, we definitely got some work to do throughout this race to get towards the front end of the field. You can see there Hamilton on pole position. Will start 16th place and I start 20th, so neither of us have a good qualifying here. But you guys seem to like this new camera view, which is good, and that should mean that I'll stay with it for the rest of the series. So looks like the only two of the Marussias are behind us here, and Eric's actually out-qualifies Grosjean. So interesting qualifying and a full wet race to go with it. So this should be an interesting race. I should be able to make my way through the field here and have a good race and hopefully pick up some points as well. I mean, historically on games I've never been any good at this track in the first place, but I should be able to go for points here today. And go down into turn 1 I do quite well, and then I go and spin it out because I had absolutely no traction, and I got into about 12th place there and now spun or half spun them down to 19th, 18th, trying to go around the outside of them here without crashing into them. And I know a lot of you guys don't like it when I dive bomb, so I was trying not to dive bomb and like just take load of positions that way, but I was just generally a bit frustrated on this first lap because I knew I had speed over the back end guys, but I just couldn't get past some of them here, like Magnussen. I thought we've got to go down the inside here. It's a bit of a risky move. We sort of push him out wide ever so slightly and managed to get past him there. But I was like, we got to get past these guys as quickly as possible. Like Raikkonen is behind Ericsson. Ericsson is 12th place here, guys. I don't know how he did it, but he had a really good start and up to 12th place. Wow, weird stuff there. Ericsson doing really well. But yeah, so we'll skip ahead to lap number 2 here, where we managed to get onto the back of Raikkonen here. We try and get down the inside. We push our way sort of down the inside there. We make a gap, I think is what they say, and managed to get past Raikkonen there. And now up into 13th place behind Ericsson, who should be pretty easy to get past. But look at this. Look at the laps here. It takes us to lap number 6 to find a decent place to overtake, and this wasn't a clean move really. I sort of braked a bit too late into that corner. I wasn't going to really go for a move, and then it's like, oh, I'm going to have to go for a move now because I've sort of pushed down the inside. So that was that, and I got past Ericsson that way and got myself into 12th place, which still not good. At this point, Will is in the points. I think he's about 7th or 8th place, so he's not doing too badly at this part of the race. But we decided to come to the pits on lap number 8 because our tyres are absolutely destroyed. Will comes into the pits a lap later, I think, on lap number 9. So yeah, my tyres are destroyed, and I was like, I can't continue on these tyres for the rest of the race. Now, it was a bit of a risk because you never know in these sort of situations what the AI are going to do, and we'll see next time through what actually happens with everyone else. But I go into the pits, just put some more wet tyres on, obviously, because it's just still bucketing down with rain, so I've got no reason to really change over to the intermediates, and definitely not the dries in these conditions. But that stop has put us down to last place once again, or not once again, it puts us to last place for the first time, but way back down the field for the second time. And as we start the lap number 10, we only get past one car there that's pitted, and that was Kimi Raikkonen, and we're about 9 odd seconds behind Maldonado as well, so that's not good, is it? Now Kvyat does decide to pit as well, so that puts us up to 20th place. But I was getting worried at this part because you can obviously see Will's drop down to 14th. He's already pitted. And I was worried as well, like, the AI aren't going to pit now, are they? It's over, or the rest of the AI aren't going to pit because it's over half race distance, and they just don't pit over half race distance generally. So that was just bad news, and that meant I had to get a move on here, my new tyres. But down to turn 1, we've got into the slipstream of Maldonado here, and we're looking for a move hopefully down the inside ASAP. And we've got the straight line advantage on him, and well, it wasn't really supposed to be a move on Gutierrez, but we'll take the position anyway and move ourselves into 18th place. And now Kobayashi is the car in front of us here, where we should be able to get past him pretty quickly. We look down the inside here, and well, there wasn't actually any contact there, so do you call that a bad move? I'm not too sure. He just sort of moved out the way when I sort of dived it up the inside a bit there. But as I said, guys, sorry for the driving in this episode. It wasn't really that great. And once again, I sort of hopped over the curbs a bit there and sort of got down the inside of Shilton and managed to get 16th place there. But please don't get too angry about the driving in this video. As I said, I'm not good at this track. I hate these conditions. Overall, it was pretty much the worst race I could have dreamt of here. In terms of conditions, the track and everything just coming together in terms of a bad race for me. This is pretty much sums it up. But moving down the inside of Ericsson here and managing to get 15th place here and moving up once again, but still no closer to points in terms of the time gap. They're actually just pulling away, and Bianchi now is the next person on our list to overtake. And rounding the final corner here, the car just sliding all over the place. There was no way I was going to get to the end of this race by not stopping at all. Obviously, the rules in wet conditions, you don't actually have to stop. But there was no way I was going to do this whole race without stopping, just because my tyres were absolutely destroyed on lap number 8. There was no way I was going to be able to complete another 10 laps after that on those tyres. So, yeah, we're closer to Bianchi here anyway. We might be able to get 14th place here against all odds, really, of just coming out in last place out of the pit lane on lap number 8. We might actually be able to get a move done here on Bianchi and maybe get 14th place, but let's be honest, this race is already got away from us. There's no way we're going to get points. If you look at the mini-map, guys, the 2 dots that are about just going past, I think, the number 2 on the map, they're points, and we're way away from that. And we managed to move around the outside there of Bianchi up into, is it going to update? Yeah, 14th place, and still, what's that? Way too far out the points for us. We should be in the points definitely, but yeah, this is not a good race whatsoever. And unfortunately for us, we're not going to get any closer to Magazine, and actually we slide all over the place here, and Bianchi managed to get a move done, but we go back down the inside with a sort of a Ricardo move, sort of switching from one side of the track to the next, and managed to get back past Bianchi there for 14th place. And then last lap of the race, my tyres once again were destroyed. I've got about 10 laps on these tyres. You can see Magnussen about 10 seconds out the road. I think Will is in 12th place, so yeah, we're just way outside the points. It was not a good race for us whatsoever. It would have been one of those sort of races where I wasn't recording. I might have just rage quit. It's like, there's no point in me doing this race. But yeah, go around the final corner, a bit of contact. I think there was Bianchi, which sent me sideways. But yeah, across the line, you can see that Ericsson and that lot actually nearly caught us back up by the end of that race. But yeah, overall, not a good race whatsoever, and especially because we need those points for the championship. But yeah, anyway, it moves on to Spa next time, which is a track that I do really enjoy, and then Monza after that. So hopefully this was just a sort of a little bit of a down point in the season. Hopefully it will only be going up from now, and hopefully go and grab a win in Spa and Monza. At least that is the aim. However, this race definitely did close up the championship a bit, well, except for Will. He stays down there in 6th place there. I think he might have got overtaken there by Rosberg actually in that race. So yeah, but we still did the championship, which is good. Only means that Hamilton and Vettel are closer to us here, and you can see quite a good, range of people have scored here. Basically, just the Toro Rosso, Verne, Gutierrez, and Maldonado. I think out of the sort of better teams hadn't scored there. So there we are. Once again, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. There are the driver standings. You can see we are about 21 points ahead of Vettel there, and 23 ahead of Hamilton. So overall, we still got a decent buffer there going into the next rounds, which we should do a lot better in. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. And until the next COP video next weekend, it's been Alex Mad here. Goodbye.